Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into KT Garage. This is part 42 of the Super Hog build project. On part 41, I left off with having an opening on the passenger side to allow for the installation of the downpipe. So today I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. We'll fabricate some steel to enclose that area. And then I'm going to start working on the rest of the exhaust to go all the way out back where the quad setup is. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait to see how it's all going to look with the exhaust being in. And I also had the Flexi class ordered for the tail light. So I might get that installed as well. I really can't wait to see the tail light with the smoke Flexi glass on there. I think it's going to look really nice. So with the quad exhaust being in and the tail light Flexi glass being in, the back of the vehicle is pretty much done. Well guys, another one of my emblems that I ordered came in. It looked like a real angry hog. I think it fit perfectly with the theme of the truck. So now I'm just waiting for another emblem that goes down here. I'm not gonna tell you guys what that is yet. You're just gonna have to wait for next week episode to find out. But I don't know. I think it looks cool. You guys let me know if it's too busy or it looks good. I'd love to hear from you guys. Well, this is what I have in mind. So there's three pieces. There's a top piece, and then the middle piece, and then there's a piece on the bottom that looks just like this. I taped it all together so I know what it's gonna look like. It's not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and use a plasma cutter, cut these pieces. Okay, so I cut three pieces from the paper. You can see I put the first piece in using a magnet to position where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and start tack welding it in piece at a time. So I do this one first, get the one on top, and then we'll weld the rear piece last. Well, here it is guys, this completed. I just sand it down a little bit, make it look halfway decent before I repaint it. The truck bed coating is definitely flammable. You can see like all these weld splatters. As soon as the splatter hit, it starts a little fire. Then up here, every time I tack weld something, like a huge flame comes up, and then I have to like hit it and put it out. So definitely is very difficult to weld with this truck bed coatings, but it went fine. And as usual, you can see my fire extinguisher right there. Never be too careful. Okay, so in here it looks like this. You can see that this is a normal paint. Now the smoke come up, but it never, like the fire never started in here, so it was fine. So now I'm gonna just clean this up real good. We'll have to respray the paint in here. Then we'll get the downpipe on. Okay, so I give it a primer coat. Let it dry for a little bit, and then we're gonna get the seam sealer and seal all of this. And then I'm gonna have to repaint this area with the truck bed coating, but that can be done later when I got the paint prep for the hood and the interior pieces. And then I'll get this portion done as well. So let's talk about the plan for the exhaust for a little bit. That's the downpipe right there. And this is a 2.5 inch OD. And then you can see like a bunch of 2.5-inch exhaust pieces that I used to fabricate the downpipe. Now over here is a 3-inch system. I just got this from Amazon. It's just a little bit over $200, and you can see this kit comes with straight pipe. There's 4 straight pipe. I believe these are 4 feet long. So there's 4 of the straight pieces on the bottom, and then you can see like several bend pieces. Like this one looks like a U shape, and then you have like at different angles, turns. So you can use it to cut into whatever shape you want for the car. It's a universal kit. Now, down here is something you have to buy separately from that kit. So I get one of these flex pieces. So this allows a little bit of flexibility. I'm gonna put this right behind the muffler or the junction box out back. Bunch of clamps. And then these are flanges. I like to be able to take the exhaust system off if I have to. So I'm gonna put in some flanges so I can just unbolt it. And then over here are hangers. And all of this is stainless steel, guys. Like this entire kit, and then this. I believe I spent around maybe $350 for everything here, which is not bad at all. You know, you can piece together your stainless steel system for $350. Now you buy a kit for any car that is stainless steel, you're gonna pay like $800 to $1,000 worth of the kit. So not bad. Well, the universal review mirror came in, so I thought I'd give it a try. So these are something I got from Amazon. It's for any car really, and it has this connection here, and of course one of these that you see on your normal vehicle, and this one you can just glue it on. So it just has some epoxy glued right onto the paint. I just make sure I scuff it real good, scuff the paint real good before I apply the adhesive. And these kind of just go in just like that, just slide it on. So I'm gonna put the camera down, slide it on, lock it, and then I'll show you what it looked like. But yeah, eventually it's gonna look like that, sliding that in. Well, here it is. It doesn't look too bad at all. Looks like I'm gonna have to paint over this glue a little bit. It's exposed at the top, but other than that, it's looking really good. It's working just fine. Sitting from where I am right now, where the seat is, I can see the back real clear. So it's done. All right, so this is the rear plate that's facing the back. You can see that I marked 4 holes. I'm gonna use a black smart cutter to cut those. Now, this is a 4-inch OD pipe. This is from my F-250 diesel. That's it's a leftover piece. I'm gonna use it. I got a 1-foot-long section. I'm gonna just split it into 4 sections. That way, I can just weld those into here, and then from here I can just mount the exhaust tips that go through the hole in the back of the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into pieces, cut this, and then weld this on, and then fabricate the box. Well, here it is, guys. Not too bad at all. Now I got the 4 holes cut. Let's try this on. Yeah, it's perfect. So not too bad for a hand cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld these on. Maybe just tack weld it and then build a complete junction box, and then I'm gonna finish weld everything. So here's the bottom plate, and what I want to do is just the inlet's gonna come in from the bottom, and it's gonna turn 90 degrees just like that. And then this is gonna be under the fender well of the rear wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this hole right here, And I'm gonna measure everything and then we'll weld this in. This is part of the inlet. Now the outlet's over there. It's gonna make a lot more sense when I just, you know, build the whole box and show it to you guys. Well, I tack welded everything. Here's the complete box. You can see that everything's tack welded. And down the bottom, there's the hole. And I'm gonna weld that 90 degrees tone down there. So I'm gonna do is just go ahead and finish weld everything, and then we'll try to mount it inside the truck. Okay, so here's my initial test fit. Now, when this side goes in and all lined up, this side, you can see that this is, when I weld the box, it's actually warped a little bit, so it moved this way. So I'm gonna take this back out and see if I can bend this towards that way a little bit. And then we're gonna try it again. The same thing happened to the bottom piece. I think all of this bend towards the inside, so I'm gonna just have to spread them a little bit. But for right now, the whole setup works really well. You can see the inside. It's just a matter of getting them aligned. Okay, so I made a little template to see how off I am with the whole setup. And you can see that, let me see. So these two lined up pretty good. Now you can see these are offset quite a bit. So I already hit a little bit using the hammer. So just gonna keep hitting it until you can tilt it, kind of fit it in. Okay, so after striking several places, you can see there's some dents here. I was able to get the alignment corrected. Check this out. As good as it's gonna get. I'm going to try to get back in the truck. Okay, so I got the junction spark back in. I got all the exhaust tipped to fit perfectly. Now, this one kind of hard, so I didn't want to push it all the way in. So you can see that there's an offset from here to here. I'm probably going to have an offset about just like this. So this will get pushed in. But for right now, I just don't want to deal with getting it back out. Same thing here. This one is hard to get in, so I have to use a mallet to get it in. We'll get it done later. I got this angle bracket already fabricated. Drill 2 holes. So that's going to be bolted down. So this box is going to be bolted down to a frame 4 different places. I'm going to use some shims and maybe a rubber layer in between, just so it can be flexible a little bit and isolate the heat as well. So when I get everything is lined up now, so I strike a line right there. I'm gonna take everything back out and then weld this into the box, so it'll be secured. Same thing on this side. Now I'll show you how I was able to get the box situated perfectly. I use this jack right here, the same one I use for many different things in the garage. And you see up here, I supported the bottom of the box. And that way, you can see that I was able to make fine adjustments. And that's how I can get the level to be like perfectly straight, so I can, you know, adjust that angle right there by lowering and raising the jack. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that box back out, weld that in, and then I of course I gotta fabricate another down piece on the bottom, and then the box is done. Right, so after welding the two brackets on the side, I decided to just put it back in, make sure everything's fitting. And everything lines up real nicely. You can see this on this side with the shims. And then this side also lined up real nicely. And look like it's dead center. You guys, it's late Sunday night, time to call it quit. I'm pretty happy with what I achieved this weekend. It seems like the tail end, the exhaust system already done. Just gotta finish a couple of things, and then I'm gonna paint it with high temp paint. And the junction box doesn't look all that great. I didn't grind anything down. It's fine because it's gonna be covered by another piece to make sure that the heat is protected and no one's gonna get their hand burned sitting or trying to get inside. So next week I'm gonna finish this, and then hopefully I have time to get the downpipe installed and then connect to the tail end. So I'm really excited about next week. Appreciate you guys doing the KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.